What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones, the card game, 2nd edition video for you. Brought to you by these awesome supporters of the channel who donate at patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. We have Carly playing Targaryens against Justin K playing Greyjoy, Banner of the Stag. Obviously, Carly, the Targ players on the left. And we have the Greyjoy Stag on the right and Justin. And for setup, we have Miri beside Viserys. On the other side, we got Marya Seaworth, an Iron Islands Fishmonger, a Lordsport Shipwright, and a Rose Road to start. And if you guys are watching this as your first episode of this series, we do have another one up. They are in a playlist at Rob's Gaming Table on YouTube, so if you want to go follow along with the tournament, we'll have plenty of videos coming up from it. So make sure you subscribe and slap that like button if you want to see more Game of Thrones on the channel. We have a Trading with the Patoshi flipped into a feast, late summer feast. Two big econ plots off the hop here. One giving away cards, one giving away money. With the Greyjoy player obviously winning initiative. And it looks like he's chosen himself to go first. Does put him in a good spot with the Lordsport Shipwright to kneel down a 3-cost location if he wants, if we do see one played out on the board across the other side. Looks like a great haul to start here. And Chambers out there. Just needs the Iron Throne to complete the set. But he also needs some decent intrigue out on the table if he's going to stop Miri or a Milk of the Poppy. Maybe he's got Nightmares in hand. He's got to find somebody to deal with her already. And I mean, a Milk of the Poppy is not going to help too much when you have Viserys already in play. If he dies, it's gone. But he just put out a stealth character, and having Marya Seaworth out there, and if he saves some money, he'll be able to stealth past Miri and kneel her down using Marya's ability. And that's it. Over to Carly, the Targ player, for her marshalling. Now we have a great haul on the other side. So it looks like we have someone big coming in. Dario Naharis. And Plaza Pride to start too. That's going to help her stand up to combat Marya's kneel ability.
Okay. I'm going to start off with a military challenge with Esgrid. And I will stealth Dario and Miri. Reactions, kneeling them both with Marya.
So Esgrid and Marya coming in on a, or Esgrid coming in on a military. Sorry, Marya's ability to use it to kneel the two stealth targets there in Miri and Dario, which are two 7-costers. So I believe we're going to have to see a 4-cost or higher card chucked for Plaza Pride to be able to stand one of them. And Quaith coming in to push Esgrid out.
Okay, let's do... Oh, shoot. Should have Lordsport Shipwright Plaza. Wasn't thinking. That's going to lose me.
I think Justin may be right there. He just mentioned the Lordsport Shipwright forgetting to kneel down the plaza in marshalling. May cost him the game here. Right off the hop. That is huge. We'll see if it's used in this first turn, though. think we have an intrigue challenge here with Maria.
Yep.
So Carly may be debating chucking a card now for Plaza of Pride just in case she's going to lose it. She might only have one choice. She's going to block the unopposed. She's going to risk losing the card.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually,
I
the
haven't
first
won. I haven't won
challenge
yet.
is all, yeah.
Or, yeah, you haven't won yet.
And then,
Just
yeah,
kind of.
yeah. Okay,
Nothing
first
happened in the
challenge
first
is
one.
fizzled.
Sounds like they were a little worried about there that they forgot a late summer feast trigger, but that has not happened yet since the target player hasn't won any challenges.
That one.
And gets an Illyrio's estate there, it looks like, on the intrigue claim. So definitely not the Plaza of Pride target. And I'm sure Carly is happy about that.
You may go first.
Okay. Why do you have a gold on each of those? Do we
This
know?
just,
Okay.
Yeah.
It just slid on. I was just wondering, did you have
I
one
just
gold
have
or two
one.
gold?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
just have one. Because I paid 3.
Yep, yep.
So I think it's now over to the target player for her challenges.
Only Plaza
And here we go, of course, Plaza of Pride. We knew it was coming.
to stand Dario.
Alright.
And I'll do a intrigue challenge.
And Dario coming out on the intrigue challenge.
I will oppose.
And the shipwright's going to block the unopposed.
I have no actions.
Me neither.
Okay, so reaction to winning, I will stand and take control of your, I can't remember the marshalling action. Of Mario.
So Companion has been stolen across the border, which is Maria Seaworth using Dario's ability.
Okay.
And a card, of course, will be drawn off of Late Summer Feast there.
Raise.
Two gold on him? And I will spend 2 more on.
And it sounds like we have a range trigger coming here from the target player. And it's a standy plot. Oh no. More stand here in the first turn.
Just say, this is my power, my stand token.
Okay. I would say, do you want to...
Sure. There's my stand token.
Are we going to see Dario stand again and steal an ally?
And renown. Okay.
Yep.
I will do.
She could use Miri to kill Esgrid, possibly, or at least eat through a save that might come out of hand. Or you can use Dario to try to steal
I will
one of the, I guess the,
use the stand token.
yeah, one of the allies.
to stand
And it looks like she's going with the Dario.
and I will do a military challenge.
Coming in on the mill.
Unopposed?
Yeah, sorry about that. Unopposed, claim. Oh, reaction. I'm gonna take this guy.
Yeah.
Is it?
So she steals the Iron Islands Fishmonger.
Nope.
Till the end of the phase, I believe.
Alright, then...
Unopposed, claim.
Let's claim...
So she strategically steals that guy before a claim has to happen, so now the shipwright's got to die. And now, just like that, we have Esgrid by herself. And an unopposed power challenge here with Mario coming through.
Unopposed. And you don't have claim. Right?
No, entry challenge before.
And then this is till the end of the phase, so it goes back to you. I have
tie for dominance, I believe.
3 for dominance.
I have 3 as well.
So tie on dominance. Nobody takes it.
Have to discard 1 for reserve.
I will pass to you. Power?
Let's get rid of Maester Crescent.
And it looks like Maester Crescent was chucked there for a reserve on the Greyjoy side.
That's on his action?
Okay. Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, discard everything.
Yep.
Looks like the target player is only down to 2 cards in hand, though. And the Greyjoy player had a large enough hand that he had to discard down to 5. So we might see a Count of Coppers here on the Targ side. And yes, we do. Into calling the banners to try to take advantage of that large character board across the table to get some econ going.
We'll go first.
And we'll see a big Greyjoy character hit the board here.
Alright.
Draw 2.
You may go first.
Okay. I will draw 3 cards. Alright.
So it looks like the Greyjoy player won initiative. He's choosing to go first. Of course, he wants to take advantage of that Esgrid and Maria business to kneel out a couple characters again. Most likely the same targets, but who knows? Who knows what gets marshaled here?
Not very happy about all this. And Steve. Alright, let's start out then. I hate doing this. We're gonna Great Hall +5 for Asha.
And we have Asha on the board now. Esgrid's gone. Drops a power on 7-cost Asha there
On Asha.
with a dupe.
And
Is that from Esker's ability?
yeah, if I control Asha Greyjoy, I
I
have to
can't say that
sacrifice
I've
her.
actually ever
After
seen it.
I've never actually. I don't think I've ever actually done that either. But, and then we're going to put 1 to
Go ahead.
spend 1 for a milk with a pop.
Milk on Miri.
Good choice.
And I will save 3 gold.
Now Viserys Targaryen, of course, has a target in that Milk of the Poppy, so puts it tough on the Greyjoy player to try not to just straight up do a military challenge and have Viserys be killed and take that Milk of the Poppy away. So we'll see some dancing around that, I'm sure. I would have slapped it on Dario, no questions asked, but that's just me.
And I'll set out one.
And we got Flea Bottom,
Got Kotha over there.
and that's it for the Targ player.
Oh,
To flea bottom.
yeah, right, yeah.
So no targets in the discard right now for Flea Bottom is what they're discussing.
Alright.
But we know they have ways of putting them in there.
Alright, let's start
It's
off.
not going to be for reserve this turn, though, that's for sure.
Pass you.
I don't know how many times it happened during this tournament,
Military
playing against a
challenge.
Flea Bottom player, mainly Targs, and I just go into an intrigue. They have no targets in the discard, and I just do a dumbass intrigue, trying to get a range trigger off, and then I discard a nice, Second Sons or something right to the discard pile, and I'm just shaking my head. It's like, yeah, and then they still, and then they either have that Second Sons now to defend my next challenges because I did the intrigue first, or now they can smash me back with a Second Sons after I've done my intrigue last and have most of my board knelt out. So yeah, it's a rough life doing intrigue challenge against a Flea Bottom player, that's for sure.
Claim.
Oh, claim, of course. Viserys Targaryen. Had no idea that was going to happen. Taking away the Milk of the Poppy, of course. And Miri is
We're gonna do
unleashed and ready to go again. And on pillage, too. That's the other thing. Not just intrigue claim, pillage. We now have Strong Belwas just coming off the top there. So there's a Flea Bottom target now in the discard pile for sure.
That's really interesting.
And, of course, Asha's ability going off there, letting Justin dig through a bunch of cards off the top. And draw one, or take one.
Oh, number of cards. And then it's discard pile. I
I
see.
should have done that probably. Alright.
Let's go 4.
Gonna do an intrigue challenge.
So Mario coming out on the intrigue challenge for 3.
Just minus strength. It doesn't. It's not kill the strength of 0.
I will Neoplaza Pride, discard Second Sons to stand Kotha.
And Plaza Pride, another way to fuel the flea bottom. Second Son's getting chucked there to stand Quaith. And just to defend the intrigue.
That one.
And gets rid of a Slaver's Bait board on the intrigue challenge there.
For a commie right now anyways. So. Okay. Alright, then I will do a power challenge.
And we have a power challenge coming in with the weenie there. Geyjoy player only on 1 power right now. Only sitting on Asha, the lonely power that was gained just off of her sending Esgrid home there.
During the marching phase, you may spend gold.
And now he's got a 2nd power.
Challenges to you.
All his characters knelt out. Over to Carly for her challenges. She's got Miri standing. Plaza of Pride's been used. But she does have a golden flea bottom, and we've seen a Second Sons dropped into the discard pile using the Plaza of Pride.
Reaction Reigns.
And we have an unopposed intrigue coming in. We got a range trigger first.
Okay, so you discard pile.
Okay, so you can get her. She's 7. She should be 11 strength.
I will switch into.
So we got a Wheels Within Wheels here off the range trigger. So she's going to look at the top 10, look for an event. And I believe reveal it, not it's a hand.
At one you hand, put zeros in your discard pile. I will add Consuming Flames.
So Consuming Flames is what she grabbed there. And the rest are getting shuffled back in the deck.
We'll use Answer for it to give him minus strength.
Cool. Claim?
Yep.
Unopposed. Claim Interrupt. I will.
No, I'd rather.
So it becomes unopposed.
So Asha's going to be the target of Miri's ability, replacing Claim.
It's not opposed.
Over, just do.
And of course she's going to save herself with the dupe.
Everything bottom is nil, correct?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, okay.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm clarifying my board states correctly. Cards in hand?
2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I will.
Now, I assume she's just going to do the flea bottom here with the Second Sons, get a challenge out of him, and then he goes back to the discard pile at the end of the phase. And it's going to be a military challenge. No defenders on that. Claim gets rid of the Iron Islands Fishmonger.
Okay. You have Dom. This goes into this card.
Alright, dominance.
So Dominance going to the Geyjoy player is going to use Chamber of the Painted Table to steal one. Target player sitting at 4 power. Geyjoy player also at 4 power.
How many cards
No,
do you
actually,
have?
I'm
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I will discard the zero to stand right now.
Out of the game.
Unopposed. That's a good one.
Yeah. Seems something.
Cool.
So I did record 2 games per round. So you guys will see, this is still from round 1 here. So you will see, should see a couple games per round. So we did 4 rounds of Swiss. So that should be 8 games of Swiss total coming up on the channel. So make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned for that. And then we'll do a cut to top 4. We have Gossip and Lies into March to the Wall. So March is going to break up that little Maria and Stealthy combo across the board for now.
We are tied on power. All right.
I always choose dragons.
So they're going to do a coin flip here.
All right.
And Greyjoy player wins the coin flip. He's going to go first, of course, but
March.
he's not going to have that Maria combo unless he can get Maria back out on the board. Maybe he can top deck her.
This is looking so good for me. Draw 2.
Draw 2.
Yep. Or he gets discarded because her.
Oh, yes, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's what this card's discussing.
Yes.
I'm not sure when this Greyjoy player is going to Valor, but I feel like he should have done it already. Miri and Dario sitting out there, no dupes, causing you trouble. But I guess not having a dupe for his Asha or Maria, or maybe no saves in hand. Definitely no saves on the board we can see. Maybe is having him delay that process, but
I will go first.
Okay. Now. All right. Let's spend 1 for a King's Road.
so we have a King's Road marshaled out on the Greyjoy side. He's got a handful of cards here. Hopefully he's got something.
Enough to do everything I want to do, I don't think. Unless I do it that way.
He doesn't have to kneel on the intrigue challenge that he initiates there. With that Gossip and Lies, I believe is what it does.
Kneel and sack this King's Road.
So we have the King's Road popped. And Lil Theon's on the board.
Much more than 1. Sure.
And we'll spend 2 for Lord.
And there's the Lord Sport Shipwright. I don't know what you do here. Flea Bottom or Plaza? I think Flea Bottom.
Kneel the Lord Sport Shipwright. 2.
Yeah, I think Flea Bottom's the right choice.
And I am done.
I prefer to watch my opponent have to discard cards to Flea Bottom, or to Plaza Pride, rather than to just losing gold for that repeatable Flea Bottom broken little interaction there with the Second Sons. And it looks like it's Target player's done marshalling there with a Great Hall. Sits on 3 gold.
Perfect. Exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. Well, anything else?
I think you start off here with the Asha Intrigue, stealthing past Dario.
Start off.
Or Miria, not sure which one, but you want them both to kneel. You hope that the target player doesn't have cards to chuck to keep standing those 7 costers.
Do it anyways. Military with
But
the
a mill to start.
no actions for me.
Does she have another Quaith?
I have an action.
Here comes the consuming
I'd like
flames.
to discard Second Sons.
So Second Sons, 2 gold, consumed by flames, or consuming flames, whatever it's called, to get rid of Lil Theon, of course.
All right.
So she dies because she's killed.
I'm gonna do intrigue challenge with Asa.
So that military challenge fizzles. Asha comes in off the Gossip and Lies, not kneeling to attack. And I think he said stealthing Dario.
Power for 2.
Opposed.
1 for opposed. 1 for claim.
And the game for.
1 gold.
Yeah. Plaza. This is military. Okay.
Sit in there.
Maybe I've just been bluffing the whole time. All right, you're opposing. All right. So I will win. All right. Unless do you have any actions? All right. So I win.
So sounds like
Will be.
Miri blocked the unopposed on the intrigue. Gets rid of Grey Worm.
Ooh, that's good. And pillage.
And Pillage is a Great Hall.
How many cards are in your discard pile?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right.
So now Asha's ability is going to let him search through the top 10 cards of his deck looking for a card.
Let's find something. Please.
Please help me.
None of this is what I wanted. What's in my hand? There's things. None of this is what I wanted.
So I think if the target player has a way to stand Dario, like has a card that can be chucked for Plaza Pride to stand him back up, the Greyjoy player is in trouble here. Since Dario can
What did you guys?
possibly win the challenge, steal the Lord Sport Shipwright, and come in on a military challenge. Like maybe do an intrigue first, with Dario, stealing the Lord Sport shipwright, and then basically pushing through a mill and then forcing claim with only Asha by herself across the board.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't see Danny or Grover.
So,
But those are really the only ones.
Yeah.
I then am going to do a power challenge stealthing the loyalists.
So power challenge with Asha, stealthing the Targ loyalists. Just trying to make it unopposed here. So you heard the Targ player, Carly, mentioning she screwed up by using Miri's ability last round to target the duped Asha instead of Maria, because then she could have marched Asha Greyjoy out of play.
Unopposed power. Claim is 1.
So it's unopposed. We do not sow hits Plaza of Pride there.
And you're now at
And Viserys in the discard pile. And now Asha's going to search through the top 12.
Come on.
So we don't have to worry about standing Dario now. Oh, actually, forget standing Dario. I wasn't thinking. But Dario can come in on the military challenge, win it, react, steal the Lord Sport shipwright, then claim, and it will be Asha, unless the Greyjoy player in these 22 cards he searched recently here in this turn has found a Risen by the Sea save in hand that he can use to keep Asha around. But we will find out here.
unopposed.
So Dario military, stealing the Lord Spur shipwright. Here we go. Claim is Asha, and she's dead. Oh no, no save in hand. What is going on here? And just like that, the Greyjoy player's board is wiped. It was looking so good. It was looking so good for him. Not really, but he was doing all right. But it is not over yet. The Targ player is at, now after dominance, looks like 9 power. Greyjoy player sitting at 4. Here's where he grabbed that plot fast. This better be Valor here on the Greyjoy side. I think it's the only chance he has. Can't let this Dario keep running a train on you.
Right.
And yep, Valor into Fire and Blood. So the Targ player actually wins initiative, so she's going to get to choose who goes first.
And he saves. I finally get the 1. It was the right move.
So now we are at 6 power on the Targ side to 4 on the Greyjoy side, just like that.
Last turn saved Asha.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you picked the right one, I think.
that makes me feel better. So I get to choose.
How did it go, John? Oh, you're still playing?
Alright, I will go first.
And sounds like the Greyjoy player is going first.
Alright, so I get 3 gold. I'm going to spend 2 of it on Naga's ribs.
So Naga's ribs, no Iron Throne. He's got the Naga's ribs, and we have an Iron Mines out there now. A little too late on the Iron Mines, but no characters marshaled. Over to the Targ player, only collecting 2 gold, but it has 2 Great Halls. Well, both of them are knelt. And we got a big Ser Jorah. So at least it's a character.
Can I see your discard? I just want to see what I've got flea bottom coming in here.
Basically, I think it's Quake.
Wait, Viserys, second
Well,
son.
Viserys is dead.
Oh, Viserys is dead?
Yeah.
Right. Alright, so strong bell loss.
So quite a few flea bottom targets there is what's
Any
what they're determining.
No, I'm gonna send out 2 gold.
Second Son, Strong Belwas, and
I
Quaith.
have no challenges.
Okay. I will do a intrigue challenge.
So we have an Intrigue challenge with Ser Jorah.
Unopposed.
That will go unopposed. He'll get a Betrayal token, of course.
Unopposed. Claim.
And a Queen's Men grabbed on the Intrigue there.
I will
And of course the flea bottom.
Flea bottom.
And we know its second sons is coming. Why wouldn't you take the character that's going to go back to the discard pile?
Power challenge.
Unopposed.
Unopposed and flames. And
I have 10.
And of course dominance to the Greyjoy player. He's going to pull one away using the chamber. So 9 power on the Targ side, 5 on the Greyjoy side. And of course we have trade routes on the Greyjoy side, definitely playing econ plot at this point, and to close call on the Targ side. And we have Viserys moved, so he's able to come into play off the flea bottom now, since he's out of the dead pile.
And then draw 2.
draw 2.
Okay. So I get another 3 gold, right? 2 from that, 1 from that. Yes, so I'm at 11. I'll put down another Rose Road. I will. Not everything. Just the 1 second. Then slowly. Drawing. I was thinking about return. I had 11 there, right? Yes. So, gonna kneel Great Hall and spend 1, 2, 3, 4. For
Going first with Victorian, that is good.
4 for Maria.
And Maria's back. She was just a march target.
3 for Aaron Dam.
And Damper to maybe bring back someone from the dead. This is a Greyjoy player on a comeback here.
Ew, gross. Get out.
Sorry, Carly, but I am rooting for him.
Alright. I have 5 gold.
Yep.
Evil Targs. Evil Targs.
How many characters in your dead pile?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll pay 2.
Yep.
So Slaver's Bayport coming in, of course, getting the 2 gold off of it, since there is, I think you said 5 in the dead pile right now, which is adding 10 to Naga's Ribs for dominance.
1, 2.
And we get Viserion with a dupe. So Justin just has to keep Damper alive there and win dominance. And we could see who Asha come back into play. We can see, I think, Lordsport Shipwrights and Ironborn.
Not many of them. There's at least only 6.
I don't know what else he has in that dead pile, but maybe he can build a board back up here.
Alright. Alright.
And I think that's a duped Astapor. I think she put 2 or 3 gold on it there.
Challenges to me. Alright, let's start off with.
And of course, 1 gold saved on the Targ side for Flea Bottom there. Over to the Greyjoy player for his challenges. He's got to take advantage of that Intimidate. It's going to be tough, though, with that damn Flea Bottom.
Alright. Intrigue for 3.
So Intrigue challenge of 3 with Maria. And Jor's going to come in on the block with 4. And Jor will get his second betrayal token. 1 more and he's discarded.
Alright.
Or sacrificed, sorry.
Cards in hand. 2. Military.
And now a military challenge of 5 with Victorian. Could see the second sons come in for block. Which isn't the worst case. You're still getting that Flea Bottom used up. You're getting the second sons knelt.
I'll pay 1.
And yeah, we're going to see it happen here. And the second sons do block and win.
I'm done with
And he's going to pass to let Viserion come in on a military, I'm sure.
I'm just debating what I want to do.
Now, if she does a power challenge, I think it'll just be blocked by Dampere.
I'll do power.
But we do have Astapor involved. But of course, Justin is smart and keeps Dampere safe and out of the challenges. You don't want him jumping in for the burn.
Alright, dominance is mine. Reaction.
So painted table,
Steal one.
stealing a power. Why is Dampere not bringing an Ironborn back into play? Did he forget? No! Did I miss something? What is happening? Oh, there we go. Oh man, I was worried. Asha's back. Yeah, just like that. But will it be enough? And Valor. Oh man, into counting coppers. Womp womp.
First of all, I will go first.
And they all go back to the dead pile, including Dampere. Oh, Dampere could be saved. Dampere could be saved with Iron Mines, but I don't think that's smart.
I'm going to have mine go off first.
He's going to do counting coppers first, of course, to see maybe he gets some dupes or something.
Thank God.
Oh, he drew into a save. He drew into a save, I think.
Let's trigger yours.
Okay.
So I'm going to... Let's see. Who do I save?
I think you save Asha and Dampere. Or Victirion and Dampere. Maybe Asha and Victirion. It's not a bad choice, but Asha's going to be the one save.
And Iron Mine.
I think Dampere...
Ooh, this is a tough choice now, actually, for me. Iron Mine.
Maria? What?
Hate losing Dampere, but...
I guess if you're going first, you can get the Maria combo going to kneel down the Targ character. But we see Flea Bottom's back. Or, I mean, Flea Bottom's already there, sorry. But it can just bring characters in so the kneel isn't as powerful when the characters can jump in after. Oh, I don't know if that was the right choice. Guys, let me know in the comments below what you would have done there with those two saves. I would have debated either Victirion and Asha just go straight, big power dudes. Or try to keep Dampere around with Asha maybe, or with Victirion, to then return the other back into play. And he gets an Iron Throne on top of that. So there's, yeah, if you keep Dampere alive, he just keeps bringing back characters. Especially with Iron Throne and Naga's Ribs now. I think killing Dampere was a bad move, and I think ruined his chances in this game. But who knows? Who knows right now? Depends what the target player even marshals here. Yeah, and Drogo, but 0 claim right now. And no way I don't think to win a Reigns and flip out of Valor to get claim right now, but Drogo going forward's trouble.
Intrigue challenge, stealthing Khal Drogo, spending 1 day.
So intrigue challenge with Asha, stealth on Khal Drogo, Maria's ability spending a gold, kneeling Khal Drogo.
No action.
I will pay 2.
Uh-oh. Astapor.
Discard fire less to consuming.
So Astapor plus consuming flames, I guess, is enough to get through Asha there. I think she's got 3 gold on Astapor plus consuming flames. That's 6. Asha was 5 with the save attachment there that gives her a +1. So that's enough to kill her. Oh, that's too bad.
Power challenge with Maria.
And Maria coming in on the power challenge. The unopposed will be blocked.
Alright.
Claiming 1 though. That's what you need. You need the power to get back in this.
I am done with challenges.
And no gold left, so no challenges on the Targ player's side. So Dominance and Chamber of the Pain Table are keeping this Greyjoy player in this game, I think. 9 on the Greyjoy side. Actually, he's in the lead. Only 7 on the Targ side. So Greyjoy player slowly getting back in this.
Last plot.
Slowly taking the lead here.
A timer going on?
Wildfire.
And we got Wildfire into Annals of Castle Black. So could have some burn happening here out of the discard pile.
And, yeah, draw 2. Alright. Alright. So, that's 4 from plot, 2 from Rose Roads. Man, alright. Kind of stuck here now. Neil Great Hall plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And there's Euron showing up in plot 7 here.
So let's dupe the Iron Throne. And save 1 gold.
So no stealth, so that gold saved isn't for Maria. Could be for a Weed or Not So. Hit that flea bottom.
Should have played the game a little slower, probably. I don't know. It all comes down to, I think, that first turn. Also, I think that's a mistake. I could have pulled ahead there. All right.
That's really good with like little fingers.
So the Targ player Carly here choosing not to spend any gold and sit on 6. She's just going to try to go crazy on the burn here.
It's like after it's played from your hand or after you play from your discard pile. Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking at Risen from the Sea. We'll stick on them. It doesn't go to the discard pile. Good. Trait, Fire and Blood. Alright. You don't have any dead dragons, right?
I don't have any dead dragons.
2 Consuming Flames. Alright.
So I assume she didn't play anything because she needs cards in her hand to use Consuming Flames. She also wants to use Flea Bottom, so she needs a gold for that.
I'm going to get a lot of deaths here. 6. I could force you to use both those.
But I think 2 Consumed by Flames, if she doesn't have any other burn, is not enough to kill Euron since there's a Risen by the Sea in the discard pile, which would bring him up to that 7. Well, I guess up to 4 after the first Consumed by Flames, or Consuming Flames. But we also have Khal Drogo out there doing the 2 times military challenge business. So I don't know what the saves. He only has 1 Risen by the Sea in the discard pile. So to deal with military claim plus burn.
I tried to make it work.
Oh, and Astapor. Euron went in a challenge, so Astapor is going to help make that happen. I would have probably not done any challenges here.
And you're doing what?
Military.
A military.
And Khal Drogo is going to block for 5 and just stuff the military challenge.
You win.
And no burn down on Euron here. Interesting.
I've let a lot of people die. I've let so many people die.
So now a power challenge with Viserion. 2 strength.
Unopposed.
And that'll go unopposed. Targ player at 10 power now. Back in the lead. And here we go, Flea Bottom, of course. Bringing in Quaithe. And we have an intrigue challenge with Quaithe. No defenders. Does not want to put Maria in the way of harm there. Another Queen's Men on the intrigue challenge.
I think she's still up down. She goes on the bottom of the deck.
Alright, Dominance. Need to steal 1 with the pain at the table. Steal 1.
Yeah.
So the Greyjoy player after the painted table steal is brought about to a tied game, looks like. They're both at 10. I don't know, the Annals of Castle Black turn. Why weren't events played out of the discard pile there? On the Targ side to burn. We got March.
So, hold on. Who do you want to be first?
I'll go first.
So Targ player's going first. We got a March on Viserion, March on Maria.
Alright, and draw 2. Alright, you're up.
1, 2, 3, 4. How many deck characters?
Enough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That means you get 7 gold, Curly.
Oh, that's how this game works? Oh.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. Great. That'd be awesome.
That would be great.
Actually, that would be an interesting target lot. Like X, get X gold, X is the reverse cards and they hurt each other.
That'd be pretty broken. As a plot, I don't think so.
No more so than
Yeah, as a plot, I think good. How are you? It'd be fine.
yeah, actually, we're doing a store championship tournament for Game of Thrones today. Multiple challenges.
I will.
So we got some great hauls nailed here.
3, 4.
I'll try to give you a call tonight.
And she is going to bring in somebody big, it looks like. It's the queen herself.
Oh, there she is.
Making an appearance late here, too, just like you're on.
I'll pay 1.
And a Targ loyalist. Sitting on 2 gold. Over to the Greyjoy player for his marshalling.
I got 4.
This game is pretty close, pretty tight. But thanks to that Chamber of the Painted Table and the Dominance lockdown there, just when you think the Targ player's got control and they're pushing for the win, Greyjoy player just pulls back into it. So we got a King's Road pop there on the Greyjoy side.
King's Road, Neil Great Hall.
And Maria is back.
Yeah, this guy.
I think that's all 3 copies now.
Spend 3 for
And a Queensman.
not gonna trigger the reaction. And I am done.
So, just not I'd like to look at my hand.
Yeah, I can. Oh wait, I can look at your hand too. You're right. I forgot about it. I don't have to do anything else. So yeah, I'm gonna look at
So
your
Queensman finally coming on the board here, and he's going to look at the Targ player's hand.
hand. I'm not.
And he could kneel Euron to discard a card, but he's going to choose not to do that.
It's a non-brat. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You're up.
It's me. Alright, I'm gonna kneel.
So flea bottom target. Second Sons. Military with the Second Sons for 6.
Military for 6. With Astapor in hand.
From now on, this is table 1.
Oppose with Queen's Men.
Sure.
So Queensman trying to block the unopposed, but will we see Astapor just negate that? I don't think so.
Claim.
And the Queen.
I think she'll just save that for when she needs to.
I'll do an additional military challenge.
Which she doesn't if Danny stays standing here. Khal Drogo coming in for 5.
God, I don't know a way to win this anymore. Let's make that unopposed.
And no defenders on that one. Maria goes to the dead pile.
Now,
12 power now on the Targ side. Now she's got a debate here on the. She took looking at her Reigns plots, I believe, trying to debate whether she tries to do the Reigns with Danny.
6 minutes. I'll do,
It's called money. Money is the issue. You don't have a girlfriend, just absorbing all your money.
So power challenge here with the Targ loyalists. And Euron's going to come in for the block.
5.
sure. You win.
Alright, Renown and Pillage.
And pillages a copy of Drogon. And Danny's going to come in on the intrigue challenge. That's going to be unopposed. We're going to have a Reigns here. What does she have left that she wants to do here with Reigns?
I have to come out now.
Ferris's riddle.
And Varys' riddle to fill her hand with cards. Makes sense.
Alright.
Copy and counting coppers there.
Good. Pretty good.
Plus Danny's going to give her some insight draw.
Unopposed. Plain. Insight.
Yeah, no one's my second.
Alright, and the challenge is for the second son.
Alright, Dominance is mine.
Steal.
Dominance and painted table to steal. Greyjoy player 2 power away from winning. And I believe. Yeah, it looks like he's sitting at 13. The Targ player, sorry, sitting at looks like 12. So Greyjoy player actually in the lead. It really comes down to this, I think. Who goes first? Who can push through the challenges? Or if the Geyjoy player can just hold off the Tark player from getting any more power, maybe stall it out till Dom. And we have Gossip and Lies into close call. And I think the Geyjoy player has chosen himself to go first. So we can do a couple challenges using Gossip and Lies, so he doesn't have to kneel Euron and whoever else is there on Intrigue.
Yeah, it was something really stupid.
Alright, let's do, so I get 3 from this, 2 from this.
I think you just won because you have ladies.
Let's do 1 for another Great Hall.
So another Great Hall, no problem with economy. And Pylos for some stealth, that's not a bad call. And he's going to sit on 3 gold. Can he get through some power challenges here? Or a power challenge and win? Got a dupe on Danny.
I know some guy was trying to fight me over which one was better.
And Ser Jorah is back. It looks like both players trying to go all in here, just throwing it all out. We got Rhaegal for some stand on Danny with a dupe. Oh no. Tark player looking like she's in good position. She does have to stop the Geyjoy player from getting 2 power on his turn here.
Well, let's see.
Or 2 power in general. Yeah, I don't think the Geyjoy player can get it through here with the second Son's jumping in. The Astapor there to reduce the strength. It's going to be tough for him to win challenges.
Alright, I'm going to do an Intrigue.
But why not come in on an Intrigue with Euron Crowseye? I don't know how he has stealth, though.
Stealthing Ser Jorah.
How does he have stealth? Does the plot give you stealth, too?
Alright, I'm on 3.
So we said he stealth Ser Jorah. And Daenerys is going to come in on the block. And she'll most likely win it and stand back up off Rhaegal.
Reaction to winning?
Yep.
She stands?
Yep.
Insight?
Yep. Thought about that. It wasn't going to work. And then let's do...
Yeah, there's not enough way to get a power, but he's going to try it.
Power for 6. That's still end of phase, right? Or
No, end of challenge.
End of challenge? Alright, great. Power for 9. Stealthing Khal Drogo.
Well, for 7, because Daenerys is standing.
Oh shoot, I just realized I couldn't stealth. Yeah, I don't know why I was even thinking I could.
Yeah, so we just realized you couldn't stealth with Euron.
Yeah, no, I totally missed that.
I was like, I don't know where you got stealth from.
I don't know either.
It's because a lot of the Ironborn
I was thinking of Pike, because I hadn't played
okay,
Pike
so
down
for
when I saw
7,
it. Yeah.
stealthing with Pylos.
Stealthing Khal Drogo.
So Khal Drogo's been stealth here on a power challenge.
Oh, no, double that, yes.
But technically, I think you should have won this game now, because even if I win this here, that wasn't a valid play, and you could have just...
Well, I'm gonna pick.
Actually, would it have changed anything? You would have just blocked with Ser Jorah,
I would have.
and then we wouldn't have gotten insight. So you still would have had to ask. You
I'm
could
gonna
have
Dracarys. I'm gonna just keep playing.
So we got Dracarys on Pylos.
Won anyways.
Okay.
I just thought you were going to Dracarys him last turn. You said Dracarys here.
Well, I just drew him on an insight.
Oh, okay. So you did
Dracarys
get it on the
insight,
insight.
yeah.
All right. Yep. So that's what I was hoping you wouldn't get.
Yeah, I got it. So now it's for 5.
Yes.
So 5 strength power right now because Danny's standing, making Euron a 5.
Okay, I'm gonna defend with Daenerys and.
Well, if you defend with him, I go up by 1.
Yeah.
So I think you throw Khal Drogo.
I only need 2. So if you let this go, I win.
Oh.
But you can still beat me.
Oh, there's no. Ha.
You've got flea bomb still.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, she forgot about her flea bottom there, and Justin's going to remind her that she can bring in second sons. Oh, man, she almost lost it there.
We both made mistakes.
She could have just thrown in Khal Drogo and the Targ Loyalist and been fine, but... So we have second sons coming into block.
You win?
Okay. Yeah, and then I'm gonna do a power.
And power challenge with Khal Drogo going unopposed.
Claim renown.
And that's it. Congrats to Carly, she's closed it out. She got it there. She couldn't let it go to dominance, though, or she could have lost probably, but... That was a tight one, back and forth. A few mistakes on both sides, I think. Some weird choices, but It was a tight one down to the end. That was a good one to watch. So stay tuned. We got more Thrones coming up on the channel. And if you want to check out our Gloomhaven campaign, you can do so also in playlists at Rob's Gaming Table. But thanks a lot for being here and watching, guys. See you in the next one.